Well, it was exactly 3 months ago when we started Friday Night Flights. I wanted to explore our exploding local craft beer and distillery scene in Kansas City. I had lofty goals for doing these stories, but I had no idea it was all part of a higher purpose. Our story starts in this Kansas farm field about a half an hour southwest of Kansas City. The specially grown crops you see here eventually wind up here in the back room of Lifted Spirits Distillery.
So a lot of people pick up banana, apple, plum, and vanilla. That comes from tinkering with the grain and the soil, in addition to the way we treat it here.
Michael Stuckey is co-owner and the chief distiller at Lifted Spirits. He opened the craft distillery in the Crossroads 2.5 years ago with his friend Kyle Claypool. Their business relationship was forged over their mutual love of a good craft cocktail.
He said, "I think we should start a distillery." I said, "That is the dumbest thing you've ever said. There's no way we're going to do that."
The quote was, "You're drunk, you're crazy, go to bed." He was right, let's be honest.
Why so crazy, you might ask? Not too long ago, Michael wasn't serving drinks, he was serving salvation as a church pastor.
When I figured out that I could do the things I was really passionate about, like enriching people's lives and building community and helping people make stories and tell stories by making alcohol, like by running a still, I was just sign me up.
And thus the name Lifted Spirits.
And we fell in love with this idea that, especially in early colonial America, the still was sort of a gathering place. It was something that had just something very inherently communal about it. How do you feel about gin?
So now, instead of preaching to his flock, Michael is consumed with creating concoctions to bring people together.
It's like gin is saying to those people that have a hard time with that piney pine cone taste that, "I'm sorry I brought pine cone to that party. I really want to be friends. Let's try it again."
Welcome to his lab, where today he's experimenting with a new twist on gin.
This gin is, I want it to taste kind of like adventure. An ounce of absinthe.
And if you're into adventure,
an absinthe glass actually has a reservoir in the bottom that's measured at just about an ounce.
They invite you to try their absinthe fountain made with their specially crafted absinthe.
You just open it slowly until it's given a steady drip, 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 drip.
Watch as the cold water droplets release the oils in the absinthe that give it its unique flavor. They tell me their absinthe fountain isn't just about the creation of a cocktail, it becomes a group experience.
And that is a traditionally prepared glass of absinthe.
In addition to absinthe, Lifted Spirits makes whiskey, gin, and vodka. You'll find their bottles in liquor stores in Kansas City and St. Louis, and they have plans to expand to other states as well.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Or you can join them in their tasting room for a craft cocktail.
Cheers. Yum.
This has been fun. Thanks for having me out here.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
It's our pleasure.
Next week, Friday Night Flights goes to the Northland and Cinder Block Brewery, where I found out beer truly is a lifestyle.